Hey everyone, hope you're having a great evening, and now we are going to do driving test criteria part 2. There is a lot to cover, so I'm going to go through the rest of the list and hope it helps you. Sometimes on your driving test you could have an immediate termination, okay? Some of the reasons for this, let's go through that. If you cause another driver to take evasive action, this could be immediate termination. So if you're driving on the test and then all of a sudden you do something unexpected and it makes someone else have to move out of the way or something like that, then that can be an immediate termination because you caused another driver danger. If any of us is feeling unsafe, like tester or the teacher, if one of us intervenes and has to stop you from something, that's also an immediate termination error. So you have to make sure that everything that you're doing is safe and good and not dangerous to people or property or animals or anyone. Also, if any of us in the car think you're going to have a collision, we will intervene and it will be an immediate termination. So we won't let you do this as best we can. There's another thing called intervention. So if one of us in the car doesn't think you're going to stop or doesn't think you're going to give way or anything like that, it's our responsibility to stop you. So we can physically say stop. I can press my brake and it will make a noise like beep, or some sort of action like if I reach for your steering wheel or something like that, or if I go or something like this. This is like some sort of intervention. Myself as the driving school teacher up front, it is my responsibility to be looking everywhere, and I will never ever put anyone in danger. I'll never put my tester in danger, my learner or myself or anyone in danger. So if I feel like you're not safe, I'm intervening. So another part of this is called lateral position. So pretty much what it all boils down to is, are you putting the car in the right place? So if you're driving down the road, keep yourself central to the road. Don't favor the right side, the left side too much. Just keep it nice and even, nice and level. If you're turning left, you must go into the left corner for the left turning position. If you're turning right, you're staying straight and ready for the right turning position. So if you look up left and right turning positions, you'll see what I'm talking about. Sometimes learners get this wrong and they go into the center of the lane for the left turn. Okay, so this is not correct. So you've got to check that and make sure you're in the right position. There's another thing called parking observation. So you're about to do reverse parallel, let's just say. Before you actually start reversing backwards, check your mirror. Is it safe to go? And then go. Because you have to check, can I go first before you go? A lot of learners forget this and they just start going. So then me and the Vic Road person, we both look. So you want to make sure that we're not helping you, you help yourself. Is it safe? Then I'll go. Because someone behind you might not care about what you're doing, might not look at what you're doing, might still be coming towards you. So you have to make sure that it's your responsibility to look first. Can I go? Okay, I'll go. All right, you have to make sure. That's called parking observation. When you're leaving the parking, like leaving the curb or leaving the parking lot, if you're leaving the parking lot, you start the engine, okay? You look around everywhere or behind, or depends how you're parked, and you come out very safely, constantly looking 360 if you're reversing back. If you're at front, you indicate right, you look left and right, and you come out easygoing and in a safe fashion, and continuously look. And you must indicate when you're coming out facing forward. When you're coming out backwards, you do not have to indicate. So, and also this is when you are joining the road from the curb, you must indicate, check around, make sure it's safe, and then come out. Don't just come out with no indicator, no blind check. This is incorrect, not only on the test, but in real life. Sometimes people get their license and they start getting lazy and they forget all the rules, or they copy what society is doing, and sometimes that's wrong. what people doing in society sometimes is lazy. So parking movement, there's another thing. So when you're doing reverse parallel parking, there is a limit to how much time you can take, how much moves you can make. So you have 2 minutes maximum to do the reverse parallel parking complete. Most learners, when I time them, they do it under a minute, so this can be accomplished. And do not rush. You also have 4 moves. So reverse is a move and driving forward is a move. You have 4 of those. So you can go reverse, reverse, reverse. You can go forward. You can also go backward again, and you can go forward again if necessary. If unnecessary, then don't. And also you can go back 7 meters maximum. Back, 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 back. And then you can come forward. So 2 minutes, 4 moves, 7 meters max. All right, there's a whole bunch of other things now that I'm going to list through. If you fail to stop, like there's a stop sign and you just don't stop, you just keep going, that's an immediate fail. Okay, you have to stop, you have to count to 3, you have to look, and then you can go. If you're directed by a road worker and you don't obey them, if there's a red light and you go through the red light, if there's a railway, any of these things where you're not recognizing the road rules and you just are going, this is all immediately they're going to terminate the test. Too slow. So you can, if you are 10 kilometers or more under the speed limit, that can be considered too slow, depending upon which environment you're in and how it's affecting other road users. There's another thing, delayed action. So delayed action for no reason. If the light is green, you're not paying attention and you're just delaying traffic. And then that can be an immediate termination, depends what happens. Just moments where you're giving way and there's no one there and you're just not moving the car and you're just stagnating, holding things back, they're going to look upon this. Okay. Failure to look at your mirrors, blind spots and your environment before coming out of somewhere. You have to look around. You have to be the one that's responsible for looking around. There's another thing called excessive speed. So you might go over the speed limit, which is easy to do. You have 5 seconds to reduce this and make sure it's back in the speed limit. So keep looking at your speed constantly. I look at my speed every 5 seconds in my normal life and this helps me a lot. So yeah, when you're lane changing, when you're joining a road, when you're leaving a curb, all those things, make sure you're looking around, observing, take lots of blind spot checks, look around. Everywhere, observing constantly. There's another thing, fail to signal. So this can be a critical error. If you're coming out of a car park and you don't signal, it's like you're not talking to others. The indicator is the communicator. So you must signal to come out of car parks, to say if you're turning left and right. It's communicating with others, you must signal. If your signal comes off for any reason, turn it back on. Another one is stopping at a dangerous position. So they might tell you, okay, when you're ready, park to the left. When you're ready, to the curb. Make sure you're choosing places to pause and stop the car where nothing is dangerous. Look around, look at your environment, make sure. There's another thing called mounting the curb, okay? So if you accidentally are pulling too much to the left and your tire goes up the curb, that can be an immediate fail. It just depends how much it's on the curb, how flat the curb is. And there's other things that are mounting the curb as well, or mounting or collision. If you're at a roundabout and you turn the steering wheel too much and part of your wheels go up the roundabout, that's an immediate fail. That's called collision. So anything where you're hitting into something or touching up onto something or any islands or anything raised, that can be an immediate fail because it's classed as a collision. All right, so make sure that you're controlling the car very nicely. If you're at a roundabout, you must look at the actual roundabout as well, out the window, as well as the environment to make sure you're not turning your wheel too much, okay? And this is where those little circle mirrors can really help. Super Cheap Auto. You can get them there. Hey, Oliver. And someone wants to be in the video. You always do. This is my little booby cakes. All right, go. Keep going, keep going. All right. Yeah, so that can also happen when you're doing a 3-point turn. So if you're doing a 3-point turn and you just go too fast or you misjudge, you could also hit into the curbs and things like that. You're not allowed to do any of those things. If it's a very soft hit, they might let you off the hook. But yeah, just be careful, take your time, don't rush. All right, what else do we have? Stop sign. So it could be a stop sign and you do a stop, but not a proper stop. So you could just see the stop sign, stop for a moment, and then just keep going. That's not a stop, that's an incomplete stop. When you're doing a stop sign on the test, okay, you have to stop driving, count to 3, feel the chair go back, like boop. 1, 2, 3, and then come up. If you can't see, roll forward, creep, creep, creep. Anyone, anything? Okay, I go. If you just count for 1 second and then you keep moving, that's more like a give way kind of thing. Stop sign is more busy area. You must stop for 3 seconds. In your regular life, it's going to be slightly different than that. You must stop driving and then continue driving. But on the test, specifically, they want 3 seconds of a count. Okay, don't rush this. Doesn't matter what people want behind you. It is what it is. It is how it is. So that's an incomplete stop if you don't do it properly. Other illegal action. So don't do anything illegal, all right? Make sure that everything you're doing is proper, legal. So just do what's right, do what you know, do and follow the rules, and you should be okay. Don't do anything illegal. Another section is disobey direction. So tester's going to tell you something what to do. If 3 times you don't do what they want and you're just doing some other thing, they can just pull you over and say, look, I'm sorry, I've tried to tell you a few things what to do. You're not following what I'm saying. We have to go back. So just remember that if you don't understand what the tester wants from you, ask them. Say, sorry, can you repeat that again? I didn't quite get that. Do you want me to turn right using the left lane? Okay, got it. So they're not there to like intimidate you and make you feel bad. They're just checking what you're doing. So they're asking you something and you're accomplishing it. You can ask them in a way to make them clarify it. So you can ask them to repeat, or you can repeat back what they've asked you. You know, so don't be afraid of that. You know, they are there to clarify what they want you to do if necessary. Just take your time, look at a lot of mirrors, look around, make sure your position is right, and make sure you're giving space properly to everything and everyone all around you. And yeah, keep everything safe. And one of them is failure to give way. If there's a give way sign, or maybe there's no give way sign, maybe it's just a T or end of road in a quiet road, you have to give way. You have to pause, look left and right, look around, and then go when it's safe. So you do everything properly and safely. So I know you see people in society, they just go up to the end of a road and they keep moving. They haven't even looked properly. So don't do what they do what's right. Okay, you must give way. And any other dangerous actions. So make sure all your actions are easygoing, safe, nice, and not causing any problems to yourself or anyone else. If the tester says when you're ready, change to the right lane, okay? Indicate right. Take your time, check back. Oh, they don't want to let me. All right, let them pass you. You'll find another appropriate moment. So during lane change times, when you're in a multi-lane road, always be observing, you know, who's behind me, who's in the row next to me, who's in the row on the left of me, you know, everything. Just know everyone who's around you, where they are, how fast they're going, what their behaviors are, so that when you're asked to do a lane change, you have a really good sort of understanding of your environment. Then you could fulfill what they want in a nice, safe, beautiful way. All right, that's a lot of stuff. But anyway, hope this video has helped you, and have a great night and Merry Christmas. Bye.